Shut up and sit down.
Hello gang, Colin here, Festa67's workshop, and welcome to part 2 of the Fanhome build, the Eleanor Mustang from the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. If you'd like to grab this, click the link below. As you can see, we've got some bits and pieces there in the magazine. Experience Eleanor's magic. Rather splendid interior there, folks. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Then we've got some info on the movie in the beginning with Toby Halaki. Some information there about all of what he was up to in the movie, some of the cars he had and what he did. Decent information there. Remaking of the classic movie Gone in 60 Seconds back in the early 70s, 1974. All the information there, some bits behind the scenes of the film. Some more information there, some interview references from Nicolas Cage and the cast. Some files there, some information on cars, etc. Back to the girls' names, Tanya there, the Porsche. Adi will be pleased with that. Information there on all the info, etc. from that Porsche. You've then got Megan, which is the SUV that was stolen from the garage. All these cars featured in the film, by the way. So there's some information and blurb on there, and they got caught out, didn't they, by the security guard when they went to take this one. So yeah, one of them was shot. Information there on the Full Mustang 1964 variant, the convertible. All the specifications of it, the technical specifications of it. And then some information there on what you'll be getting in part 3 or pack 3. Wheels, tyres, doors, a bit of suspension for the right hand side wheel. So that's that. You also get some information there, a nice pamphlet, some nice pictures of the car, different sections that you build for it, and the info on the binders and the gifts coming up later on in the series. You also get a really nice wall poster of Eleanor in front of a nice city skyline there. And doesn't she look beautiful, folks? Yeah, she really does look spectacular. So that will be going up in my modelling room, that will. So we're going to be putting the left-hand front wheel together. Now you'll notice you're going to need some warm water. So be careful that it's not too warm for you, but you'll need that to soften the tyre. So we'll grab the inner part of the wheel there, and we've got your DS02 and your PS04 screws there. Plastic is the P and the die-cast are the D screws. So you've got a metal rim and you've got a plastic rim on here. So I'll just open the screws up and get them on the tea towel there. Now you'll get an extra screw of each in each packet, so don't worry that you've got one left over each time, folks. It is done for a reason. Now you've got raised lugs on the rim, and you've got little recessed sections in the wheel. So have a make sure when you line it up that you've got it in the correct orientation, just like that. He says, yeah, see it, just there. Like that. That little recess locates in the raised peg. If you're not sure, just have a quick look at your instructions and you'll see what I mean. And there it is, just by my left thumb. So once you get one on with your finger, the others will just pop in place. And then I'll just get the correct size bit. I have the 2 bits on the side there because the screws are slightly different thicknesses. So we'll just rest that in there and just start that off. Get the first one in, like so. Turn the wheel around, pick up the next screw, And it's the same process. Now, just off to the right, I've got my little pot of 3-in-1 oil, folks. So it's there if I need it, which will come in handy for the die cast. There are some plastic parts that I use it on as well. Depends on how fragile I think they might be, but I am quite heavy-handed myself. So I just tend to take my time and literally nip it up just so that it begins to bite, and then just give it a little tweak, not too tight. You'll know. You'll hear it squeak at you. So there's me 3-in-1 oil. So let's just get my little pot resting against the tyre there. And we'll go for these screws now, because we're going through the plastic rim into a die cast rim now. So we need the DS screws for that. I just put the spare one back in, and I keep all of these in a little baggie just off shot, so that if ever I need them later on, I've got a nice collection of spare screws. We'll just pop one of them on the end of there, just like that. Now on here, you'll notice you've got little square notches just by my fingertip there. And these go around the raised, or the prongs on the metal inner hub. So keep an eye on them, peeps. And it just locks together like that, and then spin it around. Dip your screw in a little bit of 3-in-1, just so that you've got the first couple of threads with some on there. And it really does help the screw pop straight in there, folks, like that. And then grab the next one, just like so. Another little dip, little turn, and there you go. Nice and homed. Now I've got my pot of water just off shot in the red bowl in the corner there, so I shall put my tyre in there once I've put this screw in, and I shall let that tyre heat up, because we need to stretch it over this wheel rim, and it is going to be a very tight fit, folks, so you will need to use it. It's the only way you'll be able to get your tyre on. I just want to go around and nip those and close that. Move me bits to the left there. But as you can see, there's no way that would fit on there. So yeah, it's going to be a tight fit. So bring in your water. Should be around about 75 degrees C. Drop your tyre in, and whilst that's soaking, you can just admire your work, because you want the tyre to squish. I don't know what that was, but that's a squishy, yeah. But look at that, and it's really heavy as well. It's got a lot of weight to it. That you've got the little tyre valve in there, all the wheel nuts. So yeah, the detail freaks will love this, because you can go around and touch all of this up when you're finished, if you want a hyper detail, and you can do all your caps and your nuts and that. But them 3 screws will be hidden when you've put your tyre on, peeps. So also take a look at your instructions to make sure that you orientate the tread in the right direction, because it's a one-shot deal really putting these on. So you just want to double check. There is a picture, and it does show you the tyre tread and the direction that it is going in. It's like an arrow. So you want it, as the wheel turns, you want the arrow pointing downwards with the forward motion of the wheel. You'll see in the instructions, it shows you a nice clear photograph at the very end. But I'm tempted to do some detail. I'm going to re-watch the film just to really study the wheels on it, just to see whether or not I need to do any pin washes or anything like that. So that's beginning to soften up. I can just feel it beginning to have a bit of the squish factor. So I'm going to leave that a little while longer. Probably 2 or 3 minutes is what they recommend to leave that in. For the American audience, it's 167 degrees Fahrenheit, the water. Please be careful as well that you're not going to burn yourself, folks. Take precautions. It is warm water. You don't want boiling water. You want it at that temperature. Best way is to put a thermometer in there. As you can see, that's now really becoming nice and squishy. So quickly wedge it on. I'll be quite brutal with it. Use your thumbs and your strength just to start wedging in. And I'm trying to turn it so that the raised bit dips straight between the tread, and then you can just pop it straight over like that. And that's on there. Now, as that cools down, that tyre's going to shrink to the size of the rim, sorry. And yeah, that's on there now. And look at the tread orientation as well. When you're turning the wheel, see the arrow in the tread, it's pointing down as you turn the wheel forward. So just check your tyre tread. Because nothing worse, if you put it on the wrong way round, you're going to be fretting then that, yeah. So that's the wheel and tyre built. So we're going to just dry that off and put that to one side. And that's pretty much this episode coming to a close. So if you want to grab this for yourself, head over to the Fanhome website. It's all in the description below. There's the link on screen, but also click the link in the video. It's the same link, but it will take you straight to their website. But as you can see, that looks stunning. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video, which will be pack.